this old paradigm's idea of, the harder you work, the more you get. And we've seen that shadow aspect and the trickery of the most of the population working harder and harder and harder, and somehow their finances are depleting. And then when we do take time to rest, when we do take time to focus on that love and that joy, and it's not saying to ignore your obligations, but just knowing that I'm getting this idea of like, okay, you finish the work you need to do, but you're feeling uneasy because you feel like you need to be productive in some way. But when really you're just meant to be, enjoying it. Hi Cancers, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Quick messages that came out while I was clearing your cards. A relationship to your core values and how your financial relationship connects to those core values. Are you aligned with your beliefs, and is that affecting your relationship with money? There's something here about making sure that you nurture your relationship with yourself and see how that relates to your relationship with your finances. And it also nurturing your beliefs and reflecting those beliefs with your relationship with money, okay? I don't know what that means for you, but we'll get to the tarot and see what that says further. But there is this idea of stability, but also this belief that the universe will provide. And sometimes we have situations that pop up to test us if we truly believe in that. But I get this strong message of a very empowering time for you. Now that was part of your, a very empowering time for you to be up here. There was a very strong message for your personal empowerment, right? From your Saturn lessons, from Saturn direct in Pisces, and related to shadow energy of self-worth. So whatever has held you back from really showing your power, and again, the divine power, not the shadow power, but divine power, now is your time, is really what I'm getting. And Four of Coins is ruled by Sun in Capricorn. And like I said, there's something here to the dynamics of the cause and effect and how the wheel works. And are your beliefs and values aligned with your relationship with money, okay? And that, yes, the tarot is saying, remember, it's always a choice. You always have a choice on which box you choose. Do you stay in the patterns of the past, or do you stay aligned with your Pluto energy of transformation? Very interesting. Okay. So I think we are going to get into it. I think that was probably, oh yeah. So remember those thoughts like fearing the unknown, and that can be scary, but you're meant to face your fears, because it's taking you to this King of Cups, all right? It's taking you and your water energy to perfect emotional fulfillment. Don't fear the unknown, Cancers, okay? Just stay aligned with who you are. Embrace this empowerment, and let's see what we got going on. All right, Cancers. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Comment if it resonates in a certain way, if you have a certain question, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Yeah, there's something here that you've been dedicating your time to, and the power of patience, which all water signs really got the message of for their Saturn lessons of Black Sphere's limitations. There's something here to that slow and steady progress that's really paying off. And you're meant to hear that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Power of patience popping up here. All right. Energy from the past and from last week coming into this week is the Page of Cups. Now, the pages are children. This can be a child in your life that's bringing an emotional fulfillment or renewal. But I'm more so getting this idea of your inner child's emotional fulfillment, of being in the flow and really allowing yourself to enjoy life. So that's another thing that trips us up is this old paradigm's idea of, the harder you work, the more you get. And we've seen that shadow aspect and the trickery of most of the population working harder and harder and harder, and somehow their finances are depleting. And then when we do take time to rest, when we do take time to focus on that love and that joy, and it's not saying to ignore your obligations, but just knowing that I'm getting this idea of like, okay, you finish the work you need to do, but you're feeling uneasy because you feel like you need to be productive in some way. But when really you're just meant to be, enjoying that cup, filling that cup, nurturing that cup. And yeah, so we'll get to it. Okay, there's more to say there, but it's going to be connected to this. So King of Swords, the energy of this week. This can be related to legal matters, but really what I'm getting with seeing the Page of Cups last week and the Seven of Coins next week is this is having really strong boundaries and making choices that are logical and rational, but also fair. But more so I'm getting that there's really strong boundaries related to communication, and not only related to communication, but related to what is yours and what isn't yours. And so I'm going back again to this idea of understanding this time to fill your cup. Your cup is your responsibility. And that there might be something this week that's testing those energetic boundaries. And it could be related to communication. Okay, but this is strong leadership energy. So I do get a sense of you being in a strong leadership role or being offered that leadership role because, reminder of that filling your cup, all right? Because if you put that idea of I'll take care of it, I'll do it, and then people just end up relying on that, and then you attract people and situations into your life where that just continues to be a theme until you put those boundaries up. All right, next week's energy, Seven of Coins. I love this because the Seven of Coins is ruled by Saturn and Taurus. And so a reminder, there's something here to block spheres, limitations, your Saturn placement. Take a look at it, see what house it's in and what planet rules Saturn. But it's related to this power of patience and the idea of like really contemplating the energy you put in and the rewards you get back. Okay, and really focusing on this, okay, the satisfaction of just doing a good job, and not the idea of not deserving more, but not so dependent on the physical, but more the vibrational. So like I said, there's just this idea of like, I don't want to say impatience. So here's what instead of focusing on this actual coin, it's like making sure that like this is the gold here of the Page of Cups is really sticking out to me. And yeah, we're going to clarify that because I feel like there's a message that's going to pop out that's really going to clear that up. Okay, let's get an empowering question. What empowering? Well, that was easy. Yes, okay. All right, this is perfect for you, Cancer. Okay. So, am I doing more of the things that keep me alive or more of the things that make me feel alive? What makes me feel alive? All right. And that's what I think is connected to this Page of Cups. It's not just the grind and the, paying the bills. Like, yes, you have to do those things. There's this idea of like more. And the vibration, that completion the vibration has to come from within. Okay. And feeling the satisfaction of everything in its right place and what that feels like. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be time to reap the rewards. And so you have been dedicating yourself to something. And it is really just, I'm going back to these boundaries. There's something related to these boundaries and taking a stand for what's right. Interesting. Okay, so archetypal energy. This can either be you or somebody in your life. Remember to be the hero of your own journey, Cancers. Okay, so let's see what archetypal energy. I think this is going to be connected to whatever the King of Swords is this week. So let's see what archetypal energy is related to the King of Swords. Okay, we have student. So light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So remember, this can be you or someone else. So we want to focus on that light attribute, especially too with this King of Swords. You can't have the arrogance of thinking you know everything, is really what I get a message of. And again, this doesn't have to necessarily be you, it could be somebody else, but you have to have an openness to lifelong learning. If you think that you've reached the top, then where are you going to go from there? It's about being the student and like always being open to learning and adapting and changing. Because remember, with the Aquarian age, it's rapid, okay? And so we want to always be the student in life. And we always want to know that like the learning is taking us somewhere. The satisfaction of just continuing to learn. All right, so let's get a clarifier here for Cancers, and then we're going to close this out. Again, Cancers, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button. Comment again if it resonates, or if you have a question. Share with somebody who you think needs to hear this message, and let's see what clarifier we have for Cancers. What is this King of Swords all about, and the Seven of Coins? All right, let's see what we got. So a reminder to these lessons. I'm going back because I saw the world quickly. Blocks, fears, limitations. Look at your Saturn and see how these boundaries and this concept of making sure your cup is full relates to this. Wow. This is huge. Okay, so the King of Swords is connected to judgment. Judgment is Pluto. It's answering the wake-up call. There is a personal empowerment, leadership energy that you're meant to come into, and it comes with communication. So reminder, Cancers, I'm water, I'm a Pisces, so I get this too. Like, you can't bottle up your emotions to where then there's just this floodgate, okay? There's this idea of making sure that you don't hold back in an energy of appeasing, because you want to be the King of Swords with your communication. You want to have that confidence and security without the idea of how other people perceive it. If it's about things being in balance, if it's about things being right and just, that there's something there to speaking your truth and answering the wake-up call from that, okay? And just being satisfied, like, yep, you know, these peppers are still green. In 2 weeks, they'll be red, and then I'll be able to enjoy them. Do you know what I mean? There's something there to that. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. As always, Cancers, shine your inner light. You've got this.